Amen. Amen.
Within days of coming back to power, United States President Donald Trump has heightened his administration's efforts against the posed threats to America. Since day one, Trump has roared and kept bold stances against drugs and immigration. Simultaneously, the United States plans to cooperate with Costa Rica and offer the assistance of the FBI and DEA to help investigate drug trafficking to the U.S., Secretary of State Marco Rubio said at a press conference in Costa Rica on February 4th.
And you've done extraordinary work in preventing those drugs from getting out. And we're going to continue to work with you on providing the technologies that these waivers are about today to prevent the exportation of drugs. But when you confront these groups, they become violent and they become vicious. And so we want to see how we can work, perhaps by allowing more DEA and FBI resources to conduct investigations together with your police and your law enforcement to identify and help you capture and arrest them and bring them to justice.
During a joint press conference with Costa Rican President Rodrigo Chavez, Rubio added that the United States is willing to share biometric data with the Central American nation to identify migrants with possible links to terrorism.
One area we've really worked very closely on is biometric data sharing. We want to build on that because we are seeing, you have seen, and they've confronted here, elements from all over the world, from other continents, from Africa, from the Middle East, that have links to terrorism, that have been stopped through our biometric sharing programs and identified and prevented from moving forward and doing God knows what if they had ever reached the United States. That's an important partnership, and it's one we want to build on, and we're going to look for opportunities to build on and make stronger than ever through intelligence sharing, biometric sharing in real time, and very close coordination to ensure that this never becomes a place where terrorists can transit and do harm somewhere else.
El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele II offered to house dangerous criminals from the United States in his country's jails, which was termed as a very generous offer by Marco Rubio, but said that the Trump administration would have to study it.
Let me address the first one. That's an offer President Bukele made. Obviously, we'll have to study it on our end. There are obviously legalities involved. We have a constitution. We have all sorts of things. But it's a very generous offer. No one's ever made an offer like that. And to outsource at a fraction of the cost, at least some of the most dangerous and violent criminals that we have in the United States. But obviously the administration will have to make a decision. I raised it yesterday because it's an incredible offer and an unprecedented one.
It is noteworthy that Donald Trump, since the first week of taking the Oval Office, cracked down on illegal migrants, deporting thousands of undocumented settlers out of America. To further blockage the inflow of fentanyl and illegal intruders, Trump slapped Mexico and Canada with 25% tariffs and 10% on China. However, Donald Trump suspended his threat of steep tariffs on Mexico and Canada, agreeing to a 30-day pause in return for concessions on border and crime enforcement with the two neighboring countries.